Hello and welcome to 10forums.com. In this video I'm going to look at some of the more advanced searches which you can do to find emails in Outlook.com and how you can combine different criteria to narrow down the results to find the email you want. Although I'm using Outlook.com in this video, the same techniques also apply if you have an Outlook account within Office 365 for Business. The main source of information I've used for this video is the Office.com webpage titled Search Mail and People in Outlook on the Web for Business. This describes the advanced query search or AQS keywords and also how you can combine those together to give more specific searches. Although the web page is about the business version of Outlook, from the testing I've done, almost all of the searches described here will also work in Outlook.com. An AQS search consists of one or more keywords with a colon immediately after each keyword, then the value you want to search for. Quite a common keyword to use is the from keyword. So you'd use the word from, then a colon, then the name of the person or organisation sending you the email. You can also search the email fields for to, CC or BCC, or you can use the word participants, which will search for all of the above. Using the keyword for subject will let you search the subject line of emails, and body and content both search the message body. Looking at the help, this suggests they're both the same, although when I was testing I found that if I used the word body and search for a phrase and the word content and search for the same phrase, then body seemed to match more emails than content, so there is a difference there. You can also search the date fields for sent and received. Now because they are date fields, you can have a range of them, which you would separate with two dots. You can also search for relative dates such as today, tomorrow, yesterday, this week, next month, last week. The help also mentions something called past month, although that doesn't work for me. It's unclear which date format to use. As I'm in the UK, I used day, month, year, and this works for me, although the help says you must use month, day, year. Something else which worked for me and will probably work everywhere is to use year, month, day. Some more keywords we can use. There's a category keyword which searches the category field. There's an option to say has attachment yes or has attachment no, which will find emails with attachments or without. And also you can use is flagged to identify emails that are flagged or that are not flagged. Finally, and this is where we start doing more advanced searches, you can use the Boolean operators and or not to join different keyword searches together. And this is where you can start producing some quite powerful queries. When you are writing your search expression after the keyword, you can enclose your search expression in double quotes or in brackets, which depending on where you are, you might also call parentheses. Search expressions in double quotes will match emails with all those words in the same order, so the exact expression must match. So for example, if you said from colon then 10 forums in double quotes, that would match an email from 10 forums. Search expressions in brackets also match emails with all those words, but they don't have to be in the same order. So if you said from colon and then in parentheses forums 10, that would match also emails from 10 forums. So let's try using some of those expressions to do searches. The first one I'm going to try is subject. So I'm going to try subject of Windows, search for that. And you can see that some emails appear and they all have the subject of Windows. I looked at that one to check it, but it does have Windows in the subject. I have some emails from the tech website ZDNet, so let's look for those. Now ZDNet categorise their emails from different senders, so now let's search for emails from ZDNet Tech Today. You can also see that down the left hand side of the screen there are some ways to narrow down the search. For instance, I can look for emails contained in the folder DY archive, or emails in the inbox, or go back to look at all folders. I can also pick different date ranges such as this week, or last week, or a specific date range which I can pick between any two dates. So what happens if instead of brackets we place a string in double quotes? Let's look for emails from ZDNet Tech today where the string is in quotes. Now let's replace that with brackets. And that does look very similar. The difference is, for quotes, it matches exactly those words in that order to an exact string in the email. But if we put the words in brackets, the words can be in any order and still match any email as long as the email contains all the words in the specified field, which is the from field in this case. So we reordered the words and it's still matching the same set of emails. So next I tried some date expressions. First one is received yesterday, and it shows one email that I received yesterday. Then I thought I'd look for received this week. Now what I've done here is just type in received this week, but it doesn't find anything because I need to put the expression in double quotes. If I do that, then it should bring some emails back. And you can look up and down to see that those are the emails that are received this week at the point when I recorded this bit of video. I can also change that to look for this month. And again, because I'm doing this at the start of the month, here are a few emails there. Now I'm going to try last month, which should be a longer list. So I've used Notepad so you can see the longer strings that I'm starting to paste into this search box. In this case I'm looking for received between 01/02/2017 and 02/02/2017. Now for those of us in the UK, that looks like the 1st of February to the 2nd of February. However, in other countries that looks like the 2nd of January to the 2nd of February. You can see that it's only got 2 days worth of emails, so it seems to be using the UK version. Also, I've tried reversing the format, so I'm using year, month, day. If I paste that string in, it seems to give me the same result as before. So the next thing I wanted to look at was wildcards. So I've got subject and then wind and an asterisk symbol, which is the wildcard, and it's brought back some emails which have Windows in the subject. If I try and put the wildcard at the front, so star and then endos, then there's nothing comes back. So the wildcard functionality does not work at the start of a string. Next one I want to try is subject Windows and from ZDNet Tech. Now I don't need to put an and between these two, but it applies an and. So it has to be both subject Windows and from ZDNet Tech to be brought back, and that's the one email that we've got. If I change the from expression to just ZDNet, you can see more emails match, including some from ZDNet Microsoft. Now I'm going to put ZDNet Tech back in, but this time I'm going to use the Boolean not operator to exclude emails from ZDNet Tech. I'm going to paste it into Notepad so you can see more easily what the string looks like. And it should be matching records with a subject of Windows which are not from ZDNet Tech. If I go back and try that search, you see there are some emails from ZDNet Microsoft and some from Windows. Now I'm going to change the not to the Boolean or. This should give emails which have a subject of Windows or are from ZDNet Tech. So paste that in and try it. And then I'm going to pick one of those records and check the subject. And you can see that one's about computer worms. So that one matched because it was from ZDNet. Others have got the subject of Windows and matched because of that. Finally, I'm going to make a more complicated search using 3 different keywords. So I'm going to start with the received this week criteria. So let's have a look at that on its own. Then I'm going to combine that with some other operators, other keywords. So we have received this week, and I'm going to put an OR in, a Boolean OR, and then another expression in brackets. So it'll be received this week or the thing in brackets, which is going to be a subject of Windows which is not from ZDNet Tech. So I'll try that half on its own. You see the records with the subject of Windows, none of which are coming from ZDNet Tech. And then we'll go back to Notepad. And then copy the whole expression. And that should bring back some recent emails, which is everything received this week. Or, as I scroll down, some emails which have a subject of Windows, which were not from ZDNet Tech. And that's it. So we've seen how to use the AQS keywords to search specific elements of emails, and also to use the filters on the left hand side. Then we use some date ranges in the AQS language and combine together several keywords to give more advanced search criteria, which you can use to help you find that elusive email which you're looking for. Thank you for watching.